Welcome to another video. You may have heard of the AMGM inequality, which tells us that the arithmetic mean of a set of positive numbers is always greater than or equal to the geometric mean of that set. Now, what we call arithmetic mean is what everybody calls average. Just add up the numbers and divide by the number of numbers. But the geometric mean is like taking the nth root of n positive numbers when you actually multiply them together. Okay, now, neither of those is going to help us in solving this problem because we have to go beyond arithmetic and geometric mean to find the quadratic mean and the harmonic mean. And those two means will be connected to help us solve this problem, in which we're given A, B, C being positive numbers, and the squares, the sum of their squares is 1, and the sum of their reciprocals we have to show is greater than 5. Let's get into the video. So we can have a good idea of this concept, I have chosen 3 numbers, 2, 4, and 8, and I've decided to compute all the means that I referred to in the introduction. So, say we have 2, 4, and 8, this tells us we have 3 numbers. So here, our n is equal to 3, and that's the 3 you see everywhere here. Just see the role that 3 plays every time because we have 3 numbers. If we had 5 numbers, this number is going to change to 5 and there'll be 5 numbers, but you'll be squaring each of these. That's what we call it the quadratic mean. And here, you're just going to have the reciprocals. That's the meaning of harmonic. Okay, so take the reciprocals, use them as the divisor, and that's it. Now, if you compute all of these, you notice that this would be the smallest number you'll get. This is 3 point something. And this is going to be the square root of 28, which is greater than 5. Okay, so this is greater than 5, this is 4, this is greater than 4, this is 4 point something. So if we use just this information to arrange the order of magnitude, and this is always true, we can always come to the fact that, let's do this proof, using the mean inequalities, we say that the quadratic mean is greater than or equal to the arithmetic mean, and it's greater than or equal to the geometric mean, and that is greater than or equal to the harmonic mean. Okay, now if you look at the problem we have, they want us to prove that this is greater than 5, considering the fact that the sum of the squares of those numbers is 1. Now, if you look at what we have, the one that deals with squares is the quadratic mean, and the one that deals with reciprocals is the harmonic mean. So, actually, they want us to connect QM and HM for this problem. Now, there are other ways to show this proof, but this is the cleanest way to show it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to establish the quadratic mean for this set of numbers. So the quadratic mean using this formula is going to be just the square root of the square of each of these numbers, a squared plus b squared plus c squared, all divided by 3. And we know that this, in this case, will be the square root of a squared plus b squared plus c squared is 1 over 3. Nice. So we know that the quadratic mean is equal to the square root of 1 over the square root of 3. We're going to leave it this way. Let's put a box around it. Okay. Now let's transition to finding the harmonic mean, and once we get it, we can connect both of them and see how this leads us to the answer. We say HM is equal to the number of numbers divided by 1 over A plus 1 over B plus 1 over C. That's the harmonic mean. But one thing we know based on this chain is the quadratic mean must be greater than or equal to the harmonic mean, because it's possible for everything to be equal. Okay, so what we have is we're going to say that the harmonic mean would be, yeah, that's it. So we know that the quadratic mean is greater than or equal to the harmonic mean. So we're going to set them next to each other. We know that 1 over rad 3 must be greater than or equal to 3 over 1 over A plus 1 over B plus 1 over C. Now, anytime you're dealing with inequalities, it is always wise to watch out for negative numbers. But this is a good problem because there are no negative numbers. So if you add up the reciprocals of positive numbers, they're always positive. So nothing is negative here. So what I can do is I can multiply this side and this side by this. If I do that, what I have is going to be 1 over A plus 1 over B plus 1 over C times 1 over rad 3 will be greater than or equal to, if I multiply this side also by this is going to cancel out, and all I have is 3. But then I can multiply both sides by rad 3, which gives me 1 over A plus 1 over B plus 1 over C is greater than or equal to 3 rad 3. So the smallest value that this can take is 3 rad 3. But what is 3 times rad 3? In fact, we can modify this. We can push this guy under the radical. Okay? Look, this is the same thing as, look, but 3 rad 3 is equal to the square root of 27. Oh, that makes it very obvious. It is equal to the square root of 27, and therefore we say 1 over A, and this is actually, if it's equal to the square root of 27, it is greater than square root of 25. Clearly greater than the square root of 25, right? Okay, so we say 1 over A plus 1 over B plus 1 over C is clearly greater than the square root of 25, and that is the end of it. Any other strategy you adopt for proving this will work, but at a cost. It's going to take longer and maybe some trickier strategies to take. Leave a comment in the comment section. Never stop learning. Those who stop learning, stop living. Bye-bye.